UFC Noche. We got Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. A lot of Mexicans on this card, and we're gonna start with the main.
I thought you were gonna say the main Mexican. I was about to get so fucking mad.
There's too many Mexicans on this card. That sounds bad. UFC Noche, Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. And why do you want to stick to that? Well, because we have winning percentages. I had 69% total, and Andy has 64. I edged him out last card. We know what we're talking about. I don't know what to tell you. So the first fight on the main card, Fernando Padilla versus Kyle Nelson. Kyle Nelson looked great against Blake Bilder. Or Bilder, I've heard that's his name now. Fernando Padilla, this is his second stint in the UFC. I think Fernando Padilla is going to be long and rangy for Kyle Nelson and give him issues, and ends up winning by decision.
Yeah, and I will say it again. Anytime you're in your home field, man, you get that boost. And for me, I don't know why the odds have him as a big favorite. I think it's more of a slight edge, but anytime you're playing,
yeah, it should be a lot closer than what it is right now.
Yeah, anytime you're fighting at home, I'm gonna give you the edge. So let's go with him.
They are not fighting at home, actually. They're fighting in T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. So it actually is a little weird. You would expect them to go to Mexico City, but they're not. But hey, Canelo does it in T-Mobile. I guess we're gonna do it in T-Mobile,
Sure.
Next fight on the card: Daniel Zellhuber versus Christos Giagos. Daniel is one of my most favorite prospects right now in the UFC. He's super long. His jab and cross is nasty, but he's very well rounded everywhere. I do think Giagos is going to have a lot of issues with the height due to Daniel being such a versatile striker, and he's very creative. I do see a knockout actually in round 2. Even though Giagos is a tough motherfucker to knock out, I think the 1-2 is going to land a little too clean on Giagos, and he gets a finish. So I'm going with Daniel Zellhuber.
Zellhuber he's a cool fighter. I am gonna go with the upset. I think Giagos. I think he can catch him. I don't know what it is. I know the odds have him like a plus 250, but I think he might be able to clip him, whether it be in that end of first round going into the second. But give me the plus money. Give me the underdog. Why not?
Giagos is not that good with his cardio, so I will say if this does go to the third round, you might see a cardio battle end up actually winning for Daniel. Rosas Jr. is against Terrence Mitchell in the surprisingly so high up on this card. I get it, he's this young guy, but this is not the most skilled fight that's on this card or even in the prelims. So it does annoy me, but I think this is just another Raul Rosas win. Obviously, Terrence Mitchell did lose to Cameron Simon pretty convincingly. If Raul Rosas gets his IQ up, then he can actually be something in this division when he gets older. But his IQ is just out the window. His IQ is what you think his face would look like. So I'm going with Raul Rosas. But if he is an idiot like he was in his last fight and he gasses out, Terrence Mitchell can win this.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think Terrence Mitchell really has it. Give me Rosas. I mean, yeah, he's young, he's inexperienced. I just think he climbs on him and he doesn't get off. I think the wrestling reigns true, and we could see a stoppage, but with the inexperience that he has, I don't think that he'll really know how to finish this fight with someone that can at least stay into a fight. So give me Rosas, but it's one of those we're gonna see. I need to see a lot more going forward.
There's just a lot of fights on this prelims that could easily be where Raul Rosas is right now, and I don't think he is.
Yep.
All you have for Raul Rosas is he's 18. Oh my God, that's all he has. He can't talk on the. He can't talk on the mic.
Last fight too.
He can't talk on the mic. He's ugly, and his style isn't anything crazy. So I don't understand why they're trying to push this guy so quickly. But hey, man. We're going to go to the co-main, and this is easily the best fight on the card. Could be fight of the year if it does get to what it is. Kevin Holland versus Jack Della Maddalena. This is a kickboxer's delight. You have Kevin Holland's long and rangy style with the multiple combinations that Jack Della Maddalena, it's almost like a tongue twister, can give. Overall, it's such a hard fight to predict because it's if Kevin Holland catches him, he's going to spark him. But if Jack Della can back him down and start landing these combos, I think he ends up winning a decision. I'm going to go Kevin Holland by knockout. I think he catches Jack, and Jack overall won't be able to knock out Kevin Holland due to that chin of his. Kevin Holland was eating shots from Wonderboy like it was nothing. And I don't think Jack has a pound for pound power advantage than Wonderboy. So I do think Kevin Holland does outgun him and gets a knockout.
I'm going to go the opposite. I think JDM backs him in a corner. I think he gets that Philly show going from Kevin Holland, and he's not going to be able to react, whether it be on the cage or whether he just attack the body. You're talking about Wonderboy not be able to put him away. Wonderboy hasn't been able to put anybody away in the last 5 years. So let's not really go too rain. He's not really known for his knockout prowess. He's more known for his combinations, and that's exactly what JDM is. And I think JDM puts on a show. And as much as I love Kevin Holland and I want him to win, there's a reason why JDM was once an underdog and is now turning the favorite.
Let's not disrespect Wonderboy, okay? Because if anyone gets hit by a Wonderboy hook kick, they're out. And Kevin Holland was somehow still there. So let's not disrespect Wonderboy, okay? Then we go to the main event. We haven't had a title fight that was on a wow, I'm really blanking out. That was on a fight night since Davison Figueiredo and Joseph Benavidez. We saw how that fight went. That was a murder. But we have Alexa Grasso versus Valentina. Alexa is the underdog as the champion. Why? Because Valentina was supposed to be this great big champion that was supposed to run through Alexa. Alexa finds the back, gets the choke. Overall, I think Alexa needs to work on her ground game to be able to beat Valentina, because before the back, Valentina was taking her down senseless. And Alexa Grasso has the better boxing. Valentina does have the better kicks. I think Valentina wrestles her way to a decision or gets a finish by sub. I don't think Alexa is going to be able to, improve on her wrestling as much as she did in the last fight. I think there's too many fighting styles that Valentina can get to that can get it to the ground, that can get an MMA fight, and Alexa is not going to be able to withhold with that. So I do think Valentina does get a win.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly said. I'm with Valentina as well. I mean, you just look at the last fight. You give that first round to Grasso because of that crazy hit. Sure. The rest of it is Valentina. She's sparking her, and unfortunately for Valentina, she just didn't know that, hey, I give up my back, and now I don't know what to do. And the speed and the velocity that Grasso took the back and then locked up the choke, I don't think Valentina was kind of prepared for it. And any aspect of the fight, Valentina is going to crack her. And for Valentina being under a minus 200 favorite, I think it's like minus 180, 160.
It's currently 170.
I'm taking that all day. I'm taking that all day. Valentina, she's better in every single facet of the game. I think she's more prepared now, and I think that she's game planned Grasso to where it's maybe a round 2, round 3 finish.
Yeah, and the boxing is definitely on Alexa's favor, but everything else is just Valentina, man. She's too good. She's not that old to be like, oh, I'm slow now. Nothing along those lines. Valentina still has it in her. And at 35, I think she still keeps going until she meets Tatiana Suarez. I do think Tatiana is going to be the one that takes the belt off of her. But that is the main card. My lock, the easiest lock, is Roman Kopylov versus Josh Fremd. Roman Kopylov had that easy, disgusting head kick on Claudio Ribeiro, and Josh Fremd doesn't even look like he should be in the UFC the way he fought against Jamie Pickett. So I do think Roman just picks him apart. But a lot of Mexicans on this card. You got Alex Reyes, Tracy Cortez, Edgar Chairez, and Lupe Godinez, and then obviously all the ones in the main card. You could get a little Mexican parlay, and it could actually work out, because they're really trying to push these fighters, because a lot of these odds are very one-sided to the Mexican fighters. I think that's for a reason. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna call out my lock, and it's Tracy Cortez versus Jasmine Judvicius. Give me Jasmine. I don't rate Tracy like that, and I know she's everyone's favorite. She's everyone's girl. Jasmine is a dog. Look at the way Maverick. I just have to say that. That's it. That's it. I think Jasmine puts on a show, and honestly, this could have snuck its way into the main card.
It could have. It's a very high level flyweight fight.
Yeah, for this being on the prelim, I think we're getting blessed with it, and I think Jasmine puts on a show. So lock up the Mexican parlay if you want. Of course, you have to do that every single time. Throw $1 on it. But don't sleep on Jasmine.
Yeah, Jasmine is this flyweight that like no one talks about, and they 3-1 underdog against Miranda Maverick and just put it on her. I mean, this girl is lethal, but you know, no one's gonna give her the respect until she beats the UFC hot woman in Tracy Cortez. That is UFC Noche. Please like, subscribe, comment your picks. Me and Andy are always free to talk UFC in the comments. We have some split picks, but overall we do see the main event going, the right way.